Convocation seating is now open. Please line up on the east or west side of the south lawns. Convocation seating is now open. Please line up on the east or west side of the south lawns. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your patience. The ceremony will begin in approximately 20 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a round of applause to our 2026 New Student Orientation Program leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony will begin in 5 minutes. Please make your way to your seats at this time. Please welcome our esteemed Columbia University alumni. please stand to welcome our Columbia University faculty, staff, and participants in today's convocation ceremony.
Welcome, students and families, and please be seated. We gather in this moment in a spirit of gratitude. We gather in a spirit of community. And we gather in a spirit of joy. We are grateful. We are grateful for the energy and the vibrancy and the excitement of this new class in this moment of convocation. We are grateful for the hometowns and the mentors and the teachers and the loved ones who have journeyed with and behind you all, bringing us to the threshold of this moment, entrusting you to this university. We gather in a spirit of community, the coming together of individuals into a new whole, the merger of your distinct gifts into a new collective, a new class. All of the communities that stand with and behind each of you, joined now by your entrance into the new story of this storied place. We gather with gratitude, we gather with community, and we gather with joy. We are joyful because you, our new students, are here in this place where you belong. You belong here not simply because you fit some specific or set mold, but because the very identity of this university begins now to be shaped and formed by who you are and by what you will do with us. We are joyful because the energy and the enthusiasm of your chants are contagious and uplift us all, filling this place with new life and new light. May the joy, the community, and the gratitude of this place and time guide us in our time together and toward the path that lies ahead. Amen. And now please join me in welcoming Jessica Marinaccio, Dean of Undergraduate Admissions and Financial Aid.
Thank you. Wonderful. I've got a wonderful call out there. Thank you, Dean Rottenberg. And thank you all for welcoming me so in a robust way to the podium here. As mentioned, my name is Jessica Marinaccio, and as your Dean of Undergraduate Admissions and Financial Aid, and as the person who signed all of the admission letters that you worked so very, very hard to earn, believe me, I know, you worked so hard. I want to officially welcome you to the Columbia community. You're finally here. With me on the stage today are leaders of the university and the schools you're joining, as well as representatives of your new extended family, our alumni and student bodies. And let's offer an especially warm welcome to our new president, Jennifer Mnookin, on the occasion of her very first convocation address as president of Columbia. Joining you in the audience, we also have esteemed faculty, more dedicated staff, and a large, as you've already heard, and committed and enthusiastic group of student volunteers. All of us on stage, all of us in the audience, all gathered here for the purpose of welcoming you on this very special day for our entire university community. Special because Convocation is the ceremony where aspiring Columbians finally become truly Columbians. Welcome, class of 2030. Today, your first official day at Columbia is the culmination of years of effort, accomplishment, and dedication. A day when it may seem that your hopes and dreams have been fulfilled. But in fact, this is a day when hopes and dreams just begin to take shape, because education is about inquiry and challenge and promise and change, leading to new hopes and bigger dreams that you may not yet, even now, know exist. This evening, you stand on the cusp of an experience that will change your life. Consider the loved ones beside you and those wishing you well from afar. What they all share is the desire to support the incredible journey that you embark upon today. And of course, family and friends, this is a big day for you too. A challenging one maybe, but one I hope you will embrace, as mentioned by Dean Rottenberg, with great joy. And so we proudly welcome you, all the family members, all the people here, into the Columbia family as well. Can we give them all a round of applause? Class of 2030, you sit before me. You sit before me because in the tapestry of who you are Columbia. Your Columbia story begins today, and as someone who knew you a little bit at the beginning, I will watch how that story unfolds with great anticipation and admiration. Welcome again, the amazing, amazing class of 2030. I would now like to invite Tyler Daniel to the podium. A Port St. Tyler is very connected with NSOP. Tyler, a Port St. Lucie, Florida native, Tyler is a senior in Columbia College studying medical humanities on a pre-medical track. From working as a licensed emergency medical technician to engaging in student theater, Tyler has enjoyed merging her interests in the arts and also in the sciences. After participating in NSOP as an orientation leader during her sophomore year, Tyler served as the Explore New York Immersion Coordinator for NSOP in 2025 and is honored to be the Student Leader Coordinator for NSOP 2026. Now, I don't think I have to ask, but can we give a big round of applause welcoming Tyler to the podium?
Thank you, Dean Marinaccio, for the introduction. To the class of 2030, it is my honor to welcome you on behalf of your Columbia College and Columbia Engineering peers. Congratulations to the parents, guardians, friends, all the people whose support helped bring you here today. It is my privilege to represent the incredible new student orientation program team and introduce you to your new home, Columbia University. Convocation is our welcome, celebrating everything that has brought you here while marking the beginning of experiences still to come. As you arrived on campus, I hope you saw how excited this community is to have you here. Please join me in thanking our fellow peers, the committee members, crew captains, residential advisors, and last but certainly not least, the orientation leaders. Who have helped make these past few days possible. These student leaders in their brightly colored green shirts were among the first faces to greet you, and they are excited to help you navigate your new environment. Whether you're maneuvering through the Big Apple with Explore NYC, participating in acts of service with CARE, immersing yourself in scenes of expression with arts and media, or escaping the city for scenic views with Co-op, You are in great hands. I also want to recognize the staff members who make moments like today possible, from dining staff serving meals, to facilities teams preparing campus spaces, to the undergraduate student life team coordinating countless details behind the scenes. Please join me in thanking them as well. This weekend, culminating to this point, has been a showcase of the Columbia spirit. Students, faculty, and staff working together to create a community greater than any one individual. And in many ways, that brings us to this year's theme, In Sync. Whether you think of wavelengths or immediately hear In Sync singing Bye, 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 being in sync is about finding a rhythm where different parts work together. For me, In Sync also makes me think about solving a puzzle. Bear with me. A song is made up of different notes and rhythms. A puzzle, different pieces. Neither works because every part is the same. They work because their differences fit together. So today, I brought with me a Rubik's Cube. Woo! Nerdy, I know, but after all, we are at Columbia. You make one move and suddenly several other pieces shift. College feels a lot like this. When I first arrived at Columbia, I started figuring out what pieces I had in front of me. I built a routine. Wake up at 5:40, gym at 6, breakfast, my 8:40 class, lab, lunch, office hours, club meetings, studying, dinner with friends, then bed. Repeat. For a while, I thought I was magically solving the puzzle. But every time I thought I had one side figured out, another challenge appeared. The pieces weren't as in sync as I thought. Slowly, I started treating college like a checklist. I was so focused on finding the right rhythm that I lost the beat of my own drum. That realization was uncomfortable. I looked like I was doing everything right. Internally, I felt like I was forcing pieces into a puzzle that was not mine. So I started making different moves. I joined rugby and quickly learned that contact sports are not my forte. I studied abroad in Africa and spent late nights in the Malcolm X Lounge with my friends from Charles Drew Pre-Medical Society and the Black Students Organization. I started my own clothing brand, exploring a creative side at Columbia that I didn't expect to find. And when I couldn't decide between the humanities and sciences, I stopped trying to choose and found medical humanities. Those experiences taught me that being in sync does not mean having everything figured out. Sometimes it means noticing when the beat has changed and being willing to make a different move. The beat of Columbia comes from all of us, different notes, backgrounds, interests, and perspectives. Our community is stronger because we do not all sound the same. So, class of 2030, I encourage you to continue shifting those pieces in two ways: by participating and preserving. Participate fully in this community. Columbia does not function without your involvement, your curiosity, and your willingness to support one another. Togetherness helps us when we stumble or fail, but it also encourages us to get back up, adapt, and keep moving forward. At the same time, preserve the values and relationships that brought you here. When I sat where you are 3 years ago, my parents and sister were here for my own convocation. While they're not here with me tonight, their support and encouragement reminds me that while college introduces us to new communities, it does not replace the ones that helped us get here. So, call your loved ones. Check in on your siblings. Send TikToks to your hometown friends. Hold on to your current relationships even as you build new ones. Join a new group. Take a course that aligns with your interests. Attend the themed events at the dining hall and try a new cuisine. Give yourself permission to make a move simply because you are curious about where it may take you. I am confident that the melody that brought you here has space to be heard. Over the next 4 years, you will add your notes to Columbia's rhythm. Some days you'll feel perfectly in sync, another side of your Rubik's Cube clicking into place. Other days, you'll still be turning it, making the next move without knowing where it will lead. Both are part of the process. And remember, you do not solve the puzzle alone. The ensemble that you are surrounded by will be with you as you choreograph each step. Welcome to Columbia, Class of 2030. We are so happy to have you here.
Thank you so much, Tyler. And I want all the students in the class of 2030 out there to reflect on what Tyler shared. She's one shining example of the community that you're going to be joining here, and as are the enthusiastic student volunteers who are cheering her on. Yep. It is now my great pleasure to introduce Columbia's 21st president, Jennifer Mnookin. President Mnookin is a nationally recognized legal scholar and a professor of law at Columbia Law School. She has spent her career championing excellence in higher education by advancing world-class teaching and research, promoting accessibility and affordability, serving the public good, and training future generations to be thoughtful and engaged citizens. Her academic work sits at the intersection of law and science, examines how scientific and expert evidence is evaluated and used within the legal system. She joined the Columbia community at the beginning of July after having served as the Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and prior to that appointment, the Dean of the University of California, UCLA Law School. In the 2 months she has been at Columbia, President Mnookin has spent her time listening, learning, and meeting with Columbia faculty, students, and staff from across the university, getting to know this wonderful and complex institution and its incredible community. Some of you may have met her at Move-In earlier today, and I know she's looking forward to meeting as many of you as she can in the months ahead, and we are thrilled to have her leading our incredible institution. So with that, please give another warm welcome to Jennifer Mnookin, our new university president, as she comes to the podium.
Thank you so much for that generous introduction, and welcome to the class of 2030. Yay to you. It's my great pleasure today to welcome the students, families, and friends of the class of 2030. And I feel a particular kinship with this class because, like you, I am also new to Columbia. You are the first class that I have the privilege to welcome. And while you're going through NSOP, the new student orientation program, exactly, I think I've been going through NPOP, the new president's version. I've had the chance to meet several of you yesterday and today as you were moving in, and I'm delighted to begin my own Columbia journey, not just alongside you, but with you. As a parent of 2 relatively recent college graduates myself, I understand something about how this moment must feel to all of the parents and loved ones here today. Thank you for entrusting us. Exactly, parents. Thank you for entrusting us with these amazing young people that you have raised. And students, let's join NSOP in giving a very warm round of appreciation to your parents and loved ones for all the way they've supported you and helped you get here with us today. This is a significant moment. Today we celebrate both a beginning and continuity. You are in this extraordinary city, experiencing your first days at Columbia, and you're also embarking on a path traveled by your predecessors for more than 270 years. And just like those who have come before you, Soon you'll be enrolled in classes like Literature Humanities or Lit Hum, a core course that has been taught here in one form or another for over a century. It's a journey others have made before, courses others have taken before, and yet the outcome is never the same. That is because you are the variable. You have the opportunity to see things anew, to invent and create things anew, to forge new and original connections in community, among texts, among insights, and among one another. It's heady stuff. And as you contemplate where your journey here might lead you, I imagine you might have a mix of emotions. Some of you, maybe many of you, are exhilarated, proud, excited, ready to get started. And others, if we're being honest, might also be feeling a little nervous. Many of you, maybe most of you, might be feeling all of these emotions at once. Excited, yes, but perhaps also a bit intimidated by the accomplishments of our alumni, by the high bar we set for learning and the high standards we have for impact. You've already demonstrated that you have what it takes to be here. And I hope you take comfort and confidence in the fact that our faculty and staff are committed to helping you succeed here and wherever this journey takes you. And if you're feeling nervous or even a little daunted, you can embrace those feelings as well. Allow them to fuel your own intellectual aspirations. Use them to aim high and to help you hone your questions and broaden your curiosity across the full spectrum of human inquiry. Remember that the path-breaking presidents and prime ministers, Pulitzer Prize winners and Nobel laureates, inventors of cures, creators of art, and transformational figures across so many areas of human pursuit who walked this campus before you, well, you know what? They were once first-year students themselves, brand new to Columbia and probably a little nervous as they readied themselves for the beginning of the semester, not knowing exactly what lay ahead. And that, I hope, is more inspiring than scary, because there are endless possibilities that await you as you start your journey here. I was reminded of what makes a Columbia journey so special just a couple of weeks ago. I was waiting for some pan-fried dumplings at a little restaurant a couple blocks away, and a couple of Columbia undergraduates recognized me and said hello. One was from Brooklyn, one was from London. One was a student athlete, one wasn't. One was a computer science major. The other, if memory serves, was a social scientist. Movies came up in our conversation. They had just seen Spider-Man, which I still haven't seen. So I asked them if they'd seen The Odyssey, which has several of the same cast members, and which I'd seen just the week before. They grinned and said, "Of course we've seen The Odyssey, we're Columbia students." And that led to a remarkably engaging conversation about the differences between Christopher Nolan's version and the text. They shared with me some of their ambivalence about some of the modern updating and the many divergences between the film and Homer's version. And while they appreciated that the film was attracting a large audience, they felt that they were able to understand it fully only because of their deep engagement with the original. It struck me that this was a very Columbia conversation. Three people from different backgrounds, even different countries, with different areas of passion and expertise, building on a foundation of shared knowledge while waiting for our lunch orders on Broadway. As I'm sure you know, the Odyssey has long been taught as part of our core curriculum, which began over a century ago. And that's why just about any Columbia student from any era can engage with it. Same with works from Gilgamesh to the Gospels, from Plato to Toni Morrison, Shakespeare to Jane Austen, musicians from Igor Stravinsky to Nina Simone, artists from Michelangelo to Monet. These great works make up a part of our core, and that experience will be one key foundation of your shared journey. The core builds shared, quote, habits of mind, the term you'll learn in the Frontiers of Science course that refers to best practices for scientific thinking. And these skills will last far beyond your time at Columbia and provide the tools to engage deeply, to think critically, and to ask fundamental questions, no matter the text or issue at hand. A set of practices all the more vital in this time of rapid technological change and deep societal disagreement. The core also builds a powerful sense of community and connection with your classmates, the people sitting around you right now. Now, you may be feeling some urgency to find, quote, your people, the friends that you're going to make for life, and you will. But you know what? You may find that your people might not be exactly who you initially expect them to be. This may be one of the most diverse communities you'll ever be a part of. There are 1,700 first-year students this year at Columbia College in Engineering. You hail from 83 different countries and 49 states. To answer the unasked question, it's Wyoming, but we do have many wonderful alums from that great state. Now, 1 out of every 5 of you is part of the first generation in your family to go to college. And if that's you, raise your hand high and let's give our first generation students a big congratulatory cheer. Now, you come from big cities and you come from small towns. For some of you, this might be your first time in Manhattan. For others, New York City is the only place you've ever lived. Some of you went to high schools where your graduating class was about as big as this group or even bigger. And for others, this class may be larger than your whole population of your hometown. You're aspiring physicians and philosophers, artists and engineers, historians and mathematicians, and so much more. Together, you bring a diversity of backgrounds and a diversity of experiences. What this means is that there are very likely others in your class who have a similar background to you, and you may be drawn to them, and they may become close to you. That's wonderful, but one of the great opportunities you have in a place like this is to get to know people with very different life experiences thus far, and to have the chance to grow together. I hope you seek that out and embrace it. Over these next days, weeks, and years, have conversations. If you find areas of agreement, great. And when you disagree, as you surely sometimes will, and even should, disagree productively. True learning comes from productive tension, engaging with one another and learning from those disagreements. At a minimum, you'll sharpen your own case and strengthen your own convictions. Sometimes you might even change your mind, or try a new approach to an old problem, or find a collaborator in a different discipline. We're a university that derives new knowledge from so many different approaches and deeper understanding from different opinions. These tensions make us better. They make our university better, and ultimately, they make our world better. Your epic journey begins today. Though unlike the Odyssey, your journey here should take much less than a decade, at least this leg of it. Like Odysseus, you'll face tests and challenges. You'll have hard days, and you will get through them. You'll also encounter moments of pure magic, when ideas fly and you achieve things you never thought possible. And there's something so special, so Columbia about that. And you have the chance to pursue all of this in New York City, with its unmatched diversity, dynamism, and nearly infinite opportunities for exploring whatever interests you. I started my remarks today with a story of something that happened a few weeks ago. But I'll end with something from further in the past. One thing I've already been reminded of in my short time here is how much history permeates our great institution. It's a history that offers us some perspective not only on the lessons of the past, but on the possibilities of our future. So I'm going to conclude with a story from early in that long and proud history. It's about a young student who came to the predecessor of Columbia, King's College, much like you, eager to learn and grow. As he started his journey, he thought he would become a medical doctor, and he spent much of his time going to anatomy lectures. His name was Alexander Hamilton. And as we all know, Ultimately, he discovered a new passion, politics. And while he was still a teenager and a King's College student, he embraced a little productive tension, and he wrote 2 pamphlets that served as scathing rebuttals to a prominent loyalist figure at that time. And we all know how that story then unfolded. Hamilton, like many of Columbia's students over the years, didn't come to Columbia or King's College knowing exactly where his journey would take him. And he didn't leave with the same aspirations he had when he entered. This story reminds us of our shared history and the remarkable truth that we're an institution that predated America and in many ways shaped the United States. It equally reminds us to embrace curiosity and to be open to unexpected new paths and new possibilities. And while before the American Revolution, this was Alexander Hamilton's university, as of today, it's your university. Wherever you're from, whatever you hope to study, whatever your passions, you belong here. And I hope you simply let yourselves feel the joy of this day and this moment. It's such a privilege to be here for you and me alike, and I am delighted that our odysseys here are beginning together. Welcome to Columbia University.
Good evening, class of 2030. My name is Rachel Young, Engineering IEOR class of 1990, and I'm honored to serve as president of the Columbia Engineering Alumni Association. On behalf of our 56,000 living alumni, welcome to Morningside Heights, welcome to Columbia. Today, you join one of the world's most dynamic academic communities in the heart of its greatest city. Columbia will challenge you, support you, and occasionally humble you. You'll learn from faculty who wrote the textbooks in a city that's equal parts laboratory, library, and stage, alongside classmates so impressive you'll wonder how you got in. But let me tell you, you belong here, and so does the student next to you, who's probably wondering the same thing. My advice, take risks. Sign up for the class that scares you. Walk into the club where you know no one. Raise your hand when you're only 60% sure. Treat these years like a first draft, or for the engineers, a prototype. Test boldly, fail, and iterate. The real assignment isn't just learning what Columbia teaches, it's learning what makes you tick, what you lose track of time doing, what you'd wake up excited for every day. That answer isn't on any syllabus. You find it by trying, stumbling, and noticing what pulls you back. That's how you figure out not just what to do, but who to be. Ask for help when you need it. That's not weakness. That's how everything here gets made. No bridge, no breakthrough, no friendship gets built alone. And here's the best part. Your Columbia journey doesn't stop at graduation. From today on, college or engineering, you're part of one community, a family, for life. Our Alumni Association is one branch of a family tree of poets and physicists, founders and philosophers, thousands of us ready with mentorship, connections, and hard-won advice. We sat in your seats once, now we're in your corner. So be curious, be bold, and every so often look up from the problem sets and papers and take in this city. A run through Riverside Park, the hunt for a perfect bagel, but better yet, don't go alone. Bring the person next to you or your roommate. Friendships you start this week can last a lifetime, so invest in them. Once again, congratulations and welcome to Columbia and Columbia Engineering. Now, I have the distinct honor of introducing Dean Shih-Fu Chang, Dean of Columbia Engineering, and the Morris A. and Alma Shapiro Professor. Please welcome and give it up for Dean Chang.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you for taking the role leading the CEA. And hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to Columbia University. Welcome, class of 2030. Welcome. As Dean of the Engineering School, I have the honor of welcoming our newest student to Columbia. I'm also extremely excited to welcome our new president, President Mnookin, to the campus. To the parents, family, and friends here today, thank you for trusting us with your students, for supporting them every step of the way. Let's give our family a round of applause to thank them for all their support. A brief history of engineering school. In 1864, engineering school was first established as the Columbia School of Mines. It focused on applied science, was the first mining metallurgy school in the country. At the time when America was undergoing the Industrial Revolution, Columbia graduates contribute to technology that served the nation, from steam engines, steam locomotives, to technology of improving sanitation and public health. Since then, our breadth and depth has grown considerably, drawing students from all over the world, all over the country. And President Mnookin, we're working hard to have a student from Wyoming soon. At engineering school, we prepare students to be leaders who make a positive impact on society. In addition to our technical curriculum, as mentioned, elaborated earlier, our students take courses together in the core curriculum, the well-known FAM Columbia Core. This prepares you to be responsible leaders, tackling the challenges and opportunities of the future. You are also joining and continuing a rich tradition of discovery that leads to major impacts on the society. Many of you have already been on the New York City subway and taken the #1 line outside the subway. You may not know, you may have known, Columbia engineers helped design and build #1 subway line in the city. And it's called #1 subway because it was the first subway line of New York City. I'm sure no matter you like it or dislike it, you will become very familiar with this line. FM radio was created here in Philosophy Hall by Edwin Armstrong, a professor and alumnus of Columbia Engineering. PhD student Herman Hollerith created a tabulating machine, a precursor to modern computing. Later started a company become IBM today. And research from Columbia Engineering is powering so much of modern life, from internet video streaming, see those videos from Netflix or Amazon, that because of invention by Columbia faculty and alum on streaming, to today's smartphone image sensor used by billions of users every day. Today, you become part of this history. Our students are shaping the future, building electrical vehicles, sending satellites to space, developing life-saving medical devices, and use AI advanced process as well as scientific discovery in a responsible way. You will soon be diving into projects like this. Here at Columbia, you can follow your curiosity, your passion, your question, and see where it takes you. Many years ago, I was like you. Growing up in Taiwan, I was the first in my family to attend college. That journey has taken me unexpected places. I have never imagined I would have a chance to be here at the best university, the best city in the world. I know how much it has taken for each of you to be here. Hard work, countless hours of study, and determination. You should be all proud of yourself. Let's give another round of applause to each of you coming to Columbia. Here you will find like-minded students from many different places who will fast become your lifelong friends. We are proud of this wonderful community. where our differences are also our greatest strength. At engineering, we have a particular vision that guides how we work together to make a difference. It's called Engineering for Humanity. Engineering for Humanity. It's a responsibility to bring a human-centered approach to research and inquiry, to think about how what we do impacts others and the society. We take this vision very seriously, and we are committed to its embodiment in our research, learning, innovation, and service. And yet, you will find that engineering has a lot of fun, and we share this fun across campus with students from all over, from all schools. Perhaps you will join one of our many clubs like Columbia Space Initiative, CSI, or the Formula One racing car, FSAE, or the Robotics Club, or the Application Development Initiative, ADI. Maybe you will join our annual boat racing in the pool at the Dutch Fitness Center that will happen soon in the fall, or the International Food Takeover event at the Student Dining Hall with our renowned Iron Chef alumni. And you have the opportunity to work in the labs. During your time at Columbia, you can be working alongside faculty, researchers, scholars on tomorrow's breakthroughs. And you have the opportunity to explore your own ideas and inventions through our dynamic entrepreneurship and innovation ecosystem. We are fortunate to be embedded in one of the world's biggest hubs for entrepreneurship and startups. New York City is home to a diverse range of industry. Last week, I was very happy to read the annual survey showed that New York City now is the #1 largest tech talent destination in the nation. It offers enormously rich environment for career, research, scholarship, internship, and of course, community and connection. I know you will come, community, yes. And I know you all come to love this city, this university, and find your place here. Today, you are starting on a new journey, one that will take you beyond this campus to different places around the world. Wherever you go, you will be connected by this unique Columbia experience. Already, you have been supported by our wonderful orientation leaders from the NSUP team. Thank you, NSUP. Thank you, OLs. And special thanks to our alumni who came to celebrate, welcome our students. Thank you. Welcome, welcome again, class of 2030. Welcome to Columbia. Now, please welcome my dear colleague, Amy Hungerford, Executive Vice President and Dean of Arts and Science. Welcome again.
Good evening, class of 2030 and your families and friends. I greet you on behalf of your teachers, the 900 full-time faculty of the arts and sciences. Around you sits a tentful of fellow first years. Lighting up the skyline out your John Jay window, millions of New Yorkers go about their lives. Already you may be thinking, this place is bigger than I can ever wrap my head around. And that is true. I am here to tell you the trick of living on this campus, in this city, is not to wrap your head around it, but rather to root your life in it. Learning here requires the same thing. By doing so, you can aspire to understand things much, much bigger than yourself. Let me offer an example from this past summer. This summer, I visited the National Science Foundation Research Station in Tulik, Alaska. Anyone here from Alaska? I know there is somebody, because Wyoming's the only gap. No, okay. There, above the Arctic Circle, one of our faculty members runs a lab. 10 hours drive north of Fairbanks on a mostly dirt highway, the The station was founded in the 1970s to serve scientists studying Arctic ecosystems. In Professor Kevin Griffin's lab, they have been studying tundra plants for 20 years. In particular, poplar trees that have no business growing above the tree line. Why are they there? How can they grow? Curious questions for a young scientist looking at a hillside in Alaska, seeking a direction for research. But studying those tundra plants over decades touches the hem of a massive topic. What will happen to the planet if permafrost melts? Permafrost is Earth's giant freezer full of carbon, sitting out the carbon cycle of decomposition that would return it to the atmosphere. So what happens then if it's released? It's a huge question, but just a day's work in the summer at Toolik Station. Each summer, the Griffin Lab collects leaves from numbered plots, stamps out little discs of leaf material from the poplar boughs, tests how the cells respire as they're subjected to controlled temperatures. Hours are spent calibrating instruments that run overnight, in meetings each morning by windows framing Alaska's North Slope. Students, faculty, and young researchers together plan out the day's work. And on the ride back home from a testing site, someone suggests a detour. There have been rumors of musk oxen, and we see them, ancient animals grazing under a huge sky. The research station is a society of cooperation, insight, friendships, frustration, latrines, and laughter, and suddenly you have a life, a summer experience that might change what comes next for the student who lives it. And sure enough, in the group this summer were two of Professor Griffin's former students who have become scientists in their own right. Being present with others to questions so much bigger than oneself is a powerful drug. You will feel it as you read together the fresh words of people who lived thousands of years ago. You will feel it as you learn in introductory economics how modern society is structured. You will feel it as some roiling conflict in the news sharpens in the classroom into a view of its history, interest groups, cultures. How extraordinary. In the 4 years of college, you can begin to know millennia of natural and human history. You can explore the present at all scales and even glimpse the future through modeling and theory. Like coming to know your classmates, your campus, your city, this learning happens when you root your life in it. So love your biggest questions. Love this awesome city, even as you meet them daily at the human scale, starting today, starting now. To do so can be comforting when you feel a little overwhelmed. The human mind was built for what you are about to experience. You are so ready for it. We can't wait to see where it takes you. Thank you.
Welcome, Columbia College Class of 2030. Esteemed faculty, dedicated administrators, proud parents, and fellow alumni. My name is Raymond Yu. I am a member of the Columbia College Class of 1989, Columbia Engineering 1990, and currently serve as the president of the Columbia College Alumni Association. On behalf of the more than 55,000 Columbia College alumni around the world, I welcome you to this incredible community. Today, you officially join a remarkable institution where you will learn, explore, and grow, and we couldn't be prouder to have you among us. This is my 6th convocation. My first was as an incoming student 41 years ago, then 3 more as a parent of 3 Columbia College graduates, and my 5th was last year as the new CCA president. So I know exactly how a very important group sitting out in the audience is feeling right now. You are experiencing excitement, trepidation, and hope for the 4 years ahead, but also secretly feeling that after 18 long years, you are finally free, and that's just what the parents are thinking. I hope you liked my dad joke. Pivoting back to our newest students, I want to share I was anxious coming in. I wasn't sure if I'd fit in, if I could keep up, or even if I belonged here, and I imagine some of you might be feeling that way too. That's okay, because we all have uncertainties. It's also a sign that what you're about to do here truly matters. You should know that you were chosen out of an applicant pool of more than 61,000 because we believe you will be successful, happy, contributing, and engaged members of our community. You will discover that Columbia doesn't just educate, it embraces, it challenges, and it shapes you. Columbia isn't just a place to learn, it's a place to become. The alumni community is here to help you navigate your formative and special years as undergraduates on this beautiful campus. We don't just cheer you on from afar, we walk beside you. Through the Odyssey Mentoring Program, students can connect with alumni across industries and generations. And through alumni-hosted dinners, you'll discover that a Columbia education extends far beyond the classroom. It lives in conversations, mentorship, and friendships that continue long after graduation. As you begin Columbia, remember that the greatest measure of success is not what you accumulate, but how you use your gifts and education to uplift others. The friendships you build here, the mentors who guide you, and the values you cultivate will be your foundation in times of both triumph and trial. It is the strength and diversity of the Columbia community, the shared commitment to purpose and integrity that will define and shape you as thoughtful, respectful, and confident individuals. Our diversity is on full display today, as I believe this is the first time that both the College and Engineering Alumni Association presidents are of Asian descent. Before I close, I want to recognize the parents, families, and loved ones whose support has brought you to this day. Your sacrifices and love have been the bedrock upon which these young people will build their futures. Thank you for entrusting Columbia with their dreams. Class of 2030, your time is now. In the days ahead, you will sit on low steps, open a book in Butler Library, and dine at John Jay for the first time. But before you do so, let your family know how much you appreciate everything they've done for you, and look around and soak in this moment. You will remember it always. Enjoy NSOP and the start of your Columbia journey. Thank you. And now, it is my privilege to introduce my friend and our leader whose steadfast guidance and deep commitment to our students continue to meaningfully shape Columbia College. Please join me in welcoming Josef Sorett, Dean of Columbia College and Vice President for Undergraduate Education.
Thank you, Raymond. And thank you to all of the faculty, leaders from across the university, counted among them Provost Delento, who's joining us here on the stage, to dedicated staff and alumni with us tonight. I'd like to add my own brief word of thanks to our NSOP orientation leaders. I think you have heard from them. You've heard of them? They've been shouting since yesterday morning, and they are still going strong. Thank you as well, Tyler, for your leadership of that rowdy group and for your words this evening. NSOP truly outdoes itself every year, and I could not imagine a warmer and more enthusiastic introduction to our community. Students, parents, family, and friends, welcome. How it must feel to be in your seats at the beginning of an exciting chapter. Convocation, I hope, provides you with a brief pause, a moment of celebration, but also reflection amidst the flurry of moving. This moment, it's full of mixed emotions, right? It's exhilarating, a true sense of possibility, and it's daunting, an abundance, perhaps overwhelming set of questions, truly all of the feelings. Let me begin by assuring you, our newest students, of something. You are the Columbia College class of 2030, and you are home. While each of you has a unique story and followed a different path to this place, you all dreamed big. You worked extremely hard, and you belong here in this place. As many others have said, not solely because of your grades and achievements, which were impressive to be sure, but because of who you are and all that you bring to this campus. Indeed, as Dean Marinaccio and our admissions team can attest, you showed yourselves to be individuals who will enrich our community with your distinct personalities, perspectives, passions, your interests, and your questions. Your contributions will be essential to shaping this place, yes, for the next 4 years, but for well beyond. And we, your professors, your advisors, the college staff are right here with you to walk alongside, support, and challenge you. We will do our part to ensure that you have what you need to flourish and to have a truly transformative experience as undergraduates at Columbia, one that sets you up for lives of civic engagement, meaningful achievement, and yes, professional success. We do so by cultivating an environment that invites and requires you to learn, to grow, and to discover, to better understand the whole of who you are and the world around you. It begins, of course, with the heart of that Columbia education, the core curriculum, a foundational set of shared classes taken by all Columbia College students in literature, art, philosophy, music, and science. In core classrooms, you will encounter people whose views are different from your own, vastly different, possibly. And your openness to the range of perspectives, to listening and to engaging with them is indeed the point. As one of the philosophers you'll encounter on the contemporary civilization syllabus during your second year, John Stuart Mill tells us, Mill, fans of John Stuart Mill, okay. He who knows only his side of the case knows little of that. Together, you will wrestle with timeless questions of justice and freedom, beauty and belonging, power and truth and technology. It's hard to say that last word these days without immediately thinking about AI. Just earlier today, I had a great conversation with one of our college parents about the importance and the disruptions of generative AI. But this rapidly evolving technology is the latest to reshape how we live and learn. It's neither the first, nor will it be the last. And so even as we work to incorporate responsible AI use as part of our education, we also reaffirm what's most important, that human-centered critical thinking and collaborative sense-making is the best possible preparation for our students. We heard our engineering dean say, engineering for humanity. And this is indeed the heart of the core curriculum. You will hone your ability to think critically. You will develop powerful habits of mind, as President Mnookin said, of sustained attention, judgment, and discernment. And all of this extends outwards into your chosen majors and minors across more than 900 faculty in the arts and sciences, and indeed your larger life here at Columbia. In and beyond the classroom, you will deepen your studies through research and experiential learning, benefiting from the faculty expertise and resources of this world-class university at your fingertips. You will also explore your passions through co-curriculars, engage in service to causes you believe in, and enrich your education by experiencing the energy and dynamism of New York City. Through it all, you will forge relationships that will shape your journey throughout your life. You will find mentors to guide you, faculty to inspire you, friends to uplift and support you, and to tell you tough truths that you may not want to hear at the time. You will do the same in turn for them. Now, let me be clear about something else. We talk about this week, this next week of activities, initial meetings, and to-dos as orientation. We know we're asking a lot of you. Indeed, a great deal is thrown your way in just 5 action-packed days, more than can possibly be absorbed at once. It's okay not to remember everything at first. Orientation does not end when the semester opens on September 8th. In truth, this entire year is an orientation. It goes far beyond learning the geography of campus or the how-tos of class registration. You are acclimating yourselves to a new academic environment, learning values of citizenship and mutual responsibility that define and nurture our shared community, contemplating your professional ambitions and purpose, your sense of why developing as you learn and live together. You are taking the next steps in a process of personal and intellectual formation that will change and challenge and reward you, and it is not to be rushed. So slow down. Ask yourself, what do I want to learn? What do I want to try? And in what ways do I both want and need to grow? We will help with a structured series of programs to help you build community and think together over the course of this first year. As I take my seat, I also would like to offer some words to our parents and family and friends this evening. It's no small thing to trust the care and education of your children to others. That's care, yes. Well, that spells care. The people on stage tonight, along with hundreds of staff and faculty across this university, take that responsibility to your students with the utmost seriousness. Thank you for your trust and for your partnership in supporting the remarkable young people whom you've brought here to begin their college journeys. And so, class of 2030, with your first year ahead of you and 4 years of exploration and knowledge to come, good luck and let's go. It's now my pleasure to introduce Kamala Kayam, our Dean of Undergraduate Student Life.
Thank you. I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Dean Sorett. And Tyler, I have to give you a shout out. I absolutely love our students, and Tyler's speech gave me goosebumps. You're such an inspiration, Tyler. Thank you for your words of wisdom. I just need to take, this is a beautiful group, and not just because of not just because of your smiles and your pride and the tears I see some of you holding back, and also some sweat that's happening. But it's beautiful because, as Dean Sorett said, this is truly a meaningful moment of transition. And I do want to give you all a heads up that we're about 10 minutes away from families and loved ones saying final goodbyes for now, maybe say see you later, as your students head off into their end stops. So before I do final closing remarks, I want to invite all of us to take one collective breath together. Take a deep breath in and let it out. There's been so much anticipation and planning and traveling and moving and meeting people and taking everything in around you. So let's give ourselves a moment to actually arrive and receive what this is. Are we ready? Are we ready? Kind of, maybe. All right. It is truly an honor to join you here tonight to welcome you to our Columbia community. I've been amazed by the dedication and enthusiasm among everyone who has put so much time and energy into welcoming all of you. And we will do it again, another round of recognition to our energetic leaders, our new student orientation programs. Folks. Can't stop, won't stop, and stop. Can't stop, won't stop, and stop. So catchy. Our new students are so fortunate to have them at their sides, and none of us could have asked for a better group of leaders to help get in sync with Columbia over these next several days while beginning to find their own rhythm within this community. You've heard a lot tonight about what this community represents, and by design, this ceremony has featured voices representing each of its main pillars: university leaders, faculty, alumni, students, and staff. And as others have noted, you will not be alone on the journey ahead. It is truly a team effort. A number of guys will help you along the way, and I'd like to take a moment to introduce several of my colleagues with us tonight. These individuals, along with the offices and staff with whom they work, support students in making the most of their Columbia experience. Barclay Morrison, Senior Vice Dean of Academic Programs for Columbia Engineering. Jenny Mack, Senior Associate Dean of Undergraduate and Graduate Student Affairs for Columbia Engineering. Lisa Hollibaugh, Dean of Academic Affairs for Columbia College. Andrew Plah, Dean of Advising, who heads the Barrick Center of Student Advising. Shannon Marquez, Dean of Undergraduate Global Education. And last, but certainly definitely not least, Stephanie King, Associate Dean of Student and Family Support. I encourage you to reach out and take advantage of the services and people who are here to support you along the way, both inside and outside the classroom. As a residential academic community, your experience is shaped not just by what happens in academic settings, but also the ways we live, learn, and explore alongside one another, which is my primary focus as your Dean of Undergraduate Student Life. Thank you. Students bring curiosity, energy, and new perspectives. Faculty guide their academic exploration. Staff sustain the environments that make learning and growth possible. And alumni extend Columbia's lessons into the wider world. And some of what shapes you here will be much less planned. As several of our speakers share, you may be in a club you join because a friend convinces you to go to one meeting, a class you take simply because the title catches your attention, a late-night conversation in your residence hall, an afternoon exploring a part of New York you have never seen before. Give yourself the permission to have those experiences too. College should ask a great deal of you, and it should also contain moments of unexpected joy. Our common purpose is to shape an undergraduate experience where every student feels welcome, supported in their intellectual and emotional development, and challenged to engage with hard and compelling questions. Particularly in this moment, we can and must work together and aspire together. None of us up on this stage or in the audience is perfect, and we will continue to have our differences. But that doesn't mean we can't share common ideals, each in our own way, contribute to a community that we're proud to be a part of. As new members of this community, you take up and join the shared responsibility of creating and nurturing the conditions in which scholarship and community can flourish. It is an enduring commitment we make to and with one another, and with every member of this community. These commitments embody Columbia's aspiration for a shared life as faculty, staff, university leaders, alumni, and students. The intellectual mission of the university depends on community itself. Without care and respect, the exchanges, disagreements, and discoveries that sustain academic life could not flourish. As a first step on this path together, and in recognition of the aspirations it represents, I invite members of the class of 2030 and their families in joining me in reciting the community commitment, which can be found on the back of your program. I will also invite all of the Columbians present to recite these words, joining with us in recommitting ourselves to this community. Now repeat after me. I acknowledge that I am joining a Columbia community with a rich diversity of experiences, ideas, and perspectives. Including my own. I commit to engaging respectfully and meaningfully with the challenges, opportunities, and questions that arise when people from every walk of life, across the nation and all around the world, are invited to learn and live together. Woohoo! Each of you plays a role in sustaining this learning community. Thank you for joining me in committing yourselves to this shared effort. Tonight marks your beginning as members of this community, and over the coming days, you will start getting in sync with Columbia. Learning its rhythms, its traditions, its expectations, its possibilities, and yes, probably its quirks. The new life, ideas, and perspectives you will breathe into this community is a chance for all of us to recommit to our shared aspirations. I truly cannot wait to see the remarkable things you will do, build, and discover and enjoy over the next 4 years. Thank you very much. And now, before we close the program, I'd like to give another final thanks to the NSOP student leaders and to yeah, can't stop, won't stop, NSOP. We're ahead of time. We can kill it, yeah. Awesome. All right. And to recognize the college and engineering staff alongside others throughout the university, including dining, facilities, housing, and public safety, who made today possible. And of course, thank you again to our amazing students and all of the parents, family, and friends with us tonight for this truly special occasion. And one final reminder, students are due to meet their orientation group directly after the ceremony. Most students will meet their group on Upper Campus. Please refer to the map on the screen or in the guidebook app. So following the performance, we ask that parents, families, and loved ones all take a few moments to say goodbye for now, and as students depart to officially begin their NSOP. Now, to close our program, I would like to invite the Kingsmen to lead in singing our fight song, Roar, Lion, Roar. You will find the words in the back of your program. Congratulations again to the class of 2030.
Arts and media, let's go! Hey!
Scarsdale. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Roar, you lion, roar. When the bold teams of old wore the blue and white, deeds of fame made their name here at Old Columbia. Nowadays we can praise fighting teams again. Hear the lion roar his pride, while the men of Morningside follow the blue and white to victory. Roar, lion, roar, and wake the echoes of the Hudson Valley. Fight on to victory evermore, while the sons of Knickerbocker rally round Columbia. Hey, Columbia! Shouting her name forever, roar, lion, roar, for alma mater on the Hudson shore. One more time! Roar. wake the echoes of the Hudson Valley. Fight on to victory evermore, while the sons of Knickerbocker rally round Columbia. Hey, Columbia! Shouting her name forevermore. Lion roar for alma mater on the Hudson shore. Roar, you lion,
Welcome, class of 2030!
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in your seats until the stage party has recessed. Families, it is now time to say goodbye to your students. New Columbia students, after that time, please proceed to your orientation group's meeting location. Thank you, and have a good night.